Hello everyone! It's so nice to be back here. Welcome to my first drawing video in 2024. How are you guys in this new year? I hope everyone is doing great. And I feel so blessed to start this year with a commissioned portrait drawing. And because this is a commissioned project, I won't be doing much tutorial here, but I still try to explain the process of this drawing, the paper, the tools, and how I tackle this drawing. For a more detailed explanation, you can watch my previous tutorial videos if you haven't already. And after this project, I'll go back to my usual tutorial. Right. So the first step is to sketch the drawing first. I'm using my mechanical pencil here, and to measure the drawing, I just use my pencil as a ruler. This measuring and marking part is, I think, the most important part of the drawing because we definitely don't want to make any mistakes here. I'll try to mark the location of each facial feature, the eyes, nose, mouth, ear, hair, and the placement of the subject. There is no detail here, and basically everything still looks basic. For the more in-depth tutorial on how I measure, you can watch my previous video. In that video, I exclusively talked about how to measure and how I use shapes and lines to help me measure accurately. Also, I think it's also important to show you the real speed of my drawing. It's actually super boring to watch the process in real time because I draw super slow like this. But it's still important to see it because sometimes we're used to watching time-lapse drawing and we forget that the process is not really that fast. So people tend to lose patience too soon. Why I'm not getting the result like this guy? Why mine still looks ugly, even though I've been working on it for a couple of hours? Just remember, everyone has their own pace. It's supposed to be a slow, steady process, and drawing can't be rushed without affecting its quality. The next thing I want to talk about is the size of this drawing. Since this is a family portrait drawing, it's more natural for me to draw on a bigger scale. And this paper is A2 size, 42 by 59.4 centimeters or 16.5 by 23.4 inch. This is much bigger than my previous drawings, which were 4 times smaller because I have to fit 4 heads within this drawing. And this is something you need to pay attention to. The bigger the drawing is, the easier it is to draw the details, and if you make small mistakes here and there, it is more forgiving. But of course it takes longer to finish one project. It requires patience and determination to complete. It took me like almost 2 weeks to draw this portrait. And I remember I needed a couple of days off just to complete the background because it felt so big and there was no end, but I'm so glad that I finally completed this. If you want to draw a single person, you could get by with smaller paper like A4 for realistic drawing. And of course, if you want to attempt hyper-realism, you could draw very big like A0 or something. But that's not for me because I can't imagine how long it would take me to finish and I won't be as productive. But I suppose everybody is different, so yeah, just try different drawing sizes and see what works best for you. So that's my one tip if you're a beginner. Never draw big when practicing, and in fact, don't draw the whole face. Just draw the nose, or only practice drawing one eye, for example. Draw something you can handle and not too big, something you can finish in 1 hour or one sitting. Because you could lose interest real quick, and that is never good. Keep it fun and keep it simple. And I got asked so many times, what paper am I using? I use several brands. When I want to draw small, just one head, and create a smooth drawing, I will use Canson 1557, 180 GSM. And when I want some texture, I use watercolor paper, Canson Montfort 300 GSM. But I currently only have the A3 size, so this drawing I'm working on is A2, bigger than A3, so I use a different brand. This is Arto watercolor paper 200 GSM. I'm not quite sure if this paper is available in your country. I found the paper in my local art store, tried it, liked it, and bought a bunch of them. I've tried looking it up on Amazon, but I only found it on India Amazon, so sorry for that. But honestly, any paper will do, as long as the paper is not too smooth like the one you use for printing documents. The next thing I want to talk about is the reference photo quality. Always try to work with a decent photo reference. And by decent, I mean the photo isn't too small. And when zooming in, you can see the details and it's not blurry. This will help you tremendously. And the bigger the resolution of the photo is, the better, as you can choose between drawing big or small. But if the photo is blurry or too small, your option will be limited to draw on a smaller scale. And in this project, I work with 2 different photographs. The mom, dad, and the daughter are from the same photo, and the son is from a different photo. That's because when selecting my reference, I think the boy simply looks better in the second photo. So not only a good quality photo, but I'm looking for the best facial expressions for every family member. This will ensure everyone looks the best on the portrait drawing. But beware of the lighting direction. Sometimes if the lighting is too different, then it won't work and will look off. So that's another thing to consider. Also, the next important thing is, don't just copy the photograph. In the original photo, you can see that the gap between each family member is a bit larger. And I deliberately make them closer. This is a simple thing, but I personally like to see them closer together. So I just edited the photograph in Photoshop before I started the drawing. And I think it works, and I'm quite happy with my composition in this drawing. And don't be afraid to use technology to help you. Without Photoshop, then I might have to draw several times before I get the composition right. But with Photoshop, it's just click, 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 and it's super convenient to change and move things around and minimize my risk of failure. So that's my 2 cents. Also in this drawing, you will see me using a new blending tool. I just bought this and I really like this new blending tool, guys. So I might want to create a review video of this new tool, so make sure to subscribe to my channel if you want to watch it. So I think I'll leave you guys with my time-lapse video now. But before that, I'd like to thank everyone who has subscribed to my channel. Thank you so much guys for making my channel worthy. When I first started this channel, I never imagined to get 1,000 subscribers, let alone 8,000. I know this is nothing compared to the big channels with millions of subscribers out there, but still this is my first time getting 8,000 and oh my gosh, I'm so excited. In the future video, I'm planning to start drawing with pencil color. I always want to introduce colors to my drawing. I might also try to combine pencil drawing and pencil color. I think that would be interesting. And there will also be some new music compositions as well. So stay tuned to my channel and see you in the next video.